Come on, man. For connection. Well, I'm looking like shit right now. Let's see how many people come in here. Is there a way I can tell? Is there a way I can tell? I want to see if I could get this new feature going. Oh, man. Come on now. Let's see if I can get some people in here. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Give me that one like. Someone liked my shit. Can I like my own thing? Is there a way you guys can or type something up and I see it on the side? I'm just testing it out. I'm not doing anything really. I'm just seeing if I can do this. I don't know. So, okay, I see some. Okay, I see some. Dang, I have bad connection where I'm at, so I don't know if I can see everything. But what's going on, everybody? There you go. Hello. Okay, I'm seeing some things here. Hello. Hello. Hi. I can barely see it because I have horrible connection where I'm at. So I'm sorry, ladies. Sorry, ladies. Sorry, ladies. Hold on. Let's wait for some people to get up in here. Man, I wish I could see a damn thing you're all saying, but it won't show it. Oh, man. Damn connection. Hide chat. I ain't hiding this shit. I want to keep chat. I want to keep all you sexy bitches. All you sexy ladies. Damn, this is filling up fast, man. I'm Mr. Popular. Mr. Popular. Mr. Popular here. What's going on? I wish I could see your names. Damn, man. But it keeps on popping in and out, so I can't see your name, so you just gotta look at my fine ass for a little bit. Is that okay? Is it alright if you look at my sexy self for a little bit? Yeah, I thought so. I thought it'd be alright. And let me ask you all something while this is filling up. Let me ask you all something real fast. Tell me if I'm dating potential, right? Okay, let me give you a rundown of some good qualities about me and then some bad qualities, and you all tell me if I'm still dating material, okay? Here's the thing, okay? Let's say, now these are all true things. Let's say I'm goal-oriented. I just want to know, right? So for my benefit later on in life. Let's say I'm goal-oriented. Let's say obviously I know ladies. Obviously I know the ladies. I know, I'm respectful. I can communicate, things like that. I make a lot of money, all that good stuff. Let's say what else? I don't know. Just name some good things, right? And then, okay, then let's look at the bad stuff. Let's say I like anime a lot. Is that a bad thing? Is that a deal breaker? I like anime a lot. I sleep a lot. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Oh, a good thing is I'm a cuddler after sex. I think it's a good thing. I like to cuddle after sex. That's just me. Let's say, so I like the bad things, I guess, to women. I don't know. I like anime. I only eat with plastic forks. Now, that's something that no one knows about me because I watched this Eggo commercial back in the day where this girl was having this dream. I don't know if you all know enough to know it. It was way back in the day when I was younger. But this girl had a dream. Her dad was eating her Eggos, and she looked at him, and he, put the fork in his mouth, and he grinded it against his teeth. And I just like, it made that shing noise, like if you're scratching on a chalkboard, right? And after I seen that, I was like, nope, can't do it. So now every time I watch an Eggo commercial, or not even Eggo, no, sorry, I haven't seen an Eggo commercial in years, but I mean, every time I eat with a fork, I feel like I have to do that thing, or I'm tempted to do it. I don't know if you all felt like that. Now I'm like, no, can't do that. So now I only eat with plastic forks if I have to eat with a fork. So if I'm eating pasta or spaghetti or something, I have to eat with plastic, or I eat, which is why you all see me, if you know me long enough, I'm eating fast food all the time, or burgers or fries or something like that, because it's hand, you can eat it with your hands. So, I mean, is that a deal breaker, ladies? I don't know. I think that's a pretty big deal breaker. That's why it's not, you would never know it, because if I haven't said it, because I mean, it's like, hey, yeah, let's go get a burger. Yeah, let's go get a burger. It's when you're dating a pasta lover and she always wants to go to Olive Garden or something, or she's always making some spaghetti, some shit. And she's like, why do you have this, like when she pulled my drawer open, it's like, why do you have all these damn plastic forks here? Like, what's wrong with you, weirdo? Get some silverware. Like, I can't, man. You'll pull my drawer open, you'll see plastic, then you'll see silverware, spoons, knives, and shit like that. But that's just me. I don't know. I'm sure everyone has their weird quirks like that, right? But yeah, so let's get started. This is filling up. We almost got 100 people in here. This is filling up. Let's see what's going on. We're 5 minutes in. I'm very sorry. So if this ever uploads on YouTube, I feel bad for everyone watching it. So first off, I forgot what the fucking title was. What we talk about, guys committing, or if a guy likes you but he's scared, right? Something like that. Okay, so let me break this down. Again, I'm just testing to see if this online live stream thing works, okay? I'm not trying to get all technical and make my videos aren't technical anyway, right? It's just this. But here's the thing. I've been getting a lot of, and again, we're just doing this to see if my live works, the live stream. I've been getting a lot of questions lately in the YouTube comments where women would talk about, this guy, like, I feel like they're trying to justify why the guy's pulling away, right? But or why the guy's not committing. Like, he's with me, we're talking, we're this, we're that, but he's not committing. Like, why is he not committing? Is he scared? And here's the thing. I would say there's no such thing really. I mean, I'm talking like bare minimum. If we're talking bare minimums, like get rid of all the bullshit and stuff, I would say there's no real true thing saying a guy's scared to commit. It's not when he's scared to commit. It's either two reasons why, right? And hey, this is the brutal, honest truth. He's either scared of committing because you're not the one. He's not sure of you. Okay, so it's either you not demonstrating your value. He's not sure of you, or secondly, he's just afraid to lose his freedom. Okay, that's all it comes down to. It's not a guy's not afraid. It's not some like external thing, like, or internal thing. I would say like, oh, I'm afraid to get in a relationship because X, Y, Z, A, B, C. It's none of that shit. It's either you ain't good enough in his eyes, or he feels that he just doesn't want to lose his freedom, okay? He doesn't want to feel suppressed. And usually that comes from something in his past where he feels like he was suppressed or held back before, or you're showing off that vibe. I know a lot of clients will come to me and they'll say shit like, they always say, oh, they'll tell me their story and they're like, oh, then I made the mistake of, telling him off, and then I made the mistake of always calling him, and then I made the mistake of always texting him, then I made the mistake of, always trying to see him, always trying to get him to come over, or always asking, why don't you want to hang out? All these kind of things, and that will do it, man. I always tell women in the beginning, if you're trying to get a guy to like you, just hang out, have fun, live in the moment, live in the now. There's no reason to talk about your feelings. There's no reason to talk about what you guys are or what you want. Just hang out and have fun, okay? And while the relationship goes or it unfolds, that's where you need to start carving down the path to where you want to go. So if you want to be in a relationship with the guy, again, in the beginning, you have to show your value and show your worth. You can't expect a guy to be in a relationship with you if you don't. It's like me trying to. I always say this, and I have a value book coming out, or a guide, and I say this in the guide too. It's like me trying to sell you a tennis racket when you don't play tennis. Like, if you want to get the guy to like you, you have to win him over. Like, a lot of people put the cart before the horse. You have to get the guy to like you first and to commit and to invest into this relationship or whatever you guys have before actually saying, hey, I want this, I want that. It doesn't work that way. He's not going to commit to you if you don't give him the reasons why. And again, I always say, show your value, be in your feminine, because when you're in your feminine, you make him masculine. Be that fun, awesome chick, okay? Guys, love a woman who's just fucking awesome. Someone he can just go home to, sit back, relax, chill, have fun, all those kind of things, right? I always say a guy likes a girl who seems like a vacation, like a getaway. I used a story before in one of my videos where I was dating this girl who lived 3 hours away. And we're from the same town, but we went to different colleges. And there was nothing more relaxing than leaving work, school, and all that other bullshit that's going on in the town, and just driving off and going to see her. And she was always fun to hang out with. Some days we'll just cuddle and hang out and have sex and watch some fucking weird ass movies. I don't know. She watched some weird shit, but like I care. I was getting laid, right? And I really liked her, so I was dealing with it. But at the same time, like, we'd go on these adventures and hike and this and that, and she was just really fun. And again, we never, ever, this is important to know, we never, ever talked about feelings. We never ever talked about a boyfriend, girlfriend. We just hung out, had fun, hooked up, and it unfolded naturally into a relationship. When you force a guy in a relationship, that's when he pulls back. Whenever a guy feels like he's being chased, anything in life actually, when you chase it, it runs away, right? And it's just harder to get sometimes. A guy doesn't commit into a relationship most of the time unless he feels like it's his job, or not his job, sorry, his idea. So if you and him again are hanging out and you're having fun and you're not pressuring him and you're just having a great time, then he's more likely to date you because it's just happening. And then when it actually transitions to a relationship, he'd be like, okay, that's fine. I'll do this, because you didn't show any red flags. You didn't rush them. You didn't pressure them. You didn't suppress them. You just let it happen naturally. 2, he feels like it was his idea because he's the one saying, okay, I'll date you. You're a cool, things like that. And I wish I could see what you all are saying in the comments. I won't read it. It keeps on popping in and out. Something's wrong. I don't know. It's probably my bad connection here. But you guys get what I'm saying? You guys get what I'm saying? Thumbs up if you get what I'm saying, man. Because, a lot of times a guy, like I was saying, a guy doesn't commit because it's not because he's scared. He's just not sure. It's like if I were to go to a car dealership just to look around. This is a great example. It's like if I were to go to a car dealership to just look around to see what I want, to kind of get a feel of cars, and then the salesman comes out here and he tries to pressure my ass. Why do you think we all avoid salesmen? Right? We all avoid salesmen because that motherfucker tries to pressure you into buying a car you don't want. And then he tries to get you at a $400, $500, $600, $700, whatever monthly payment. And you're like, no, I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit. Like, again, you don't want to be tied down to that payment and having to pay that shit every month. That's how a guy feels. However, when a guy, goes on the to the salesman, or he goes to the parking lot and he's looking around at cars and he's doing it at his pace. He's looking around, he's filling these cars out, and then the salesman comes and says, doesn't pressure him, just talks to him, gets to know him, and things like that. The guy's more likely to buy. That's the perfect example, the perfect analogy, right? Just don't pressure a guy. Now, a lot of you might be like, well, that's not fair to me though, because the guy gets what he wants and this and that. No, that's not how it works. Here's the thing. If you're ever not getting what you want, then you can always back out. But see, women don't like to hear that. Women don't like to hear that because they're like, well, if I back out, then I'm not going to get the guy. Well, it's either one or the other, right? You can't have whatever. You can't have always what you want. It can't always be, I'm going to walk into a relationship. I like this guy. I'm going to date him. He's going to be my boyfriend. That's not how it works. I tell a lot of my clients, it's like, just because you want a relationship and you're single and you like this guy doesn't mean you're deserving of a relationship. A healthy relationship takes 2 types of people, a really healthy guy and a really healthy girl who are wanting the same thing, okay? But then you might meet a guy online and you wonder why the guy likes you a lot in the beginning and then he pulls away. A guy you meet online most of the times is not wanting the same thing as you, I promise you. It's just things like that. But if you think it's unfair, then here's 2 things. I always say you got to do 2 or 3 things. 1, you can always walk away, right? If you're not getting what you want, you can always walk away. But women don't do that because then no one gets anything there. Secondly, you can, I always say wait about 6 to 8 weeks. And again, women don't like hearing that, because they're like, well, he's getting what he wants for 6 to 8 weeks. You don't have to put out in 6. You can do whatever you want. You live your life. You do whatever you want in those 6 to 8 weeks. And if you want to leave sooner, you can leave sooner. As soon as you get the vibe that he's not giving you what you want, you can leave. I'm just saying, don't try to say something week 1 or week 2 when you just met the guy, because that will push him away. He'd be like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I just met you. Like, why are you always wanting to see me every day? Why are you texting me every day? It's annoying as hell. Things like that. And number 3, if you want to like put your standards out there, again, don't say in the beginning. There's nothing that's more of a buzzkill or that makes your dick limp, sorry, than a girl who you just meet and she says, I'm not going to kiss you at the end of this date, or she says, I'm not putting out this first date. It's like, the whole idea of dating someone is to have that sexual tension, that what if, that go back and forth, that try to win each other, the polarity, right? North south, feminine energy, masculine energy, just going back and forth. But when a girl says, and again, it's not even about sex, it's just attraction. Even if she didn't mention sex, but if she basically tells you at the end, you're not going to win no matter what, no matter how hard you try. And again, I'm not saying sex is winning, it's just winning the person over. I'm like, dang, that's a fucking buzzkill. So don't ever tell your intentions in the beginning. Just have, like I said, it's all about going back and forth, the polarity, right? So, and to have that, you have to go back and forth. It's the flirting, it's the playing hard to get, kind of. I'm not a big fan of hard to get, but you know what I mean. It's just the games. And again, I don't mean mind games, just the flirt, the quick wit, the snappy comeback, just things like that. Trying to win the person over, the questions, the chemistry, the rapport, the communication, all those kind of things. That will win a guy over every single time. But women like to put the cart before the horse, and they like to say, I'm not putting out, I'm not that type of girl. Here's the thing. If you, like I was originally getting back to, if I'm on a rant now, here we go, on that rant, right? But if you originally want to tell a guy your standards, I always say it should never come up just nonchalantly. You should never talk to a guy and be like, hey, I'm looking for a relationship, I don't want to fuck. You should never say, hey, I want this, I want that, or what are you looking for? You should ask him what he's looking for maybe, but most of the time it should never be just trigger, or it should never just be nonchalant. Most of the times it needs to be triggered, and then that's where you can draw your line. So for example, if you and I are on a date, and let's say you don't want to kiss after a first date, right? The wrong thing to do is say, hey, I don't kiss on first dates. It's like, okay, that sucks, but whatever. The smart thing would be, that's the wrong thing. The smart thing would be if you and I were talking, it's at the end of the date, I walk you to your car, I walk you to your house, the front door, and then I come in, I make a move, and then you put your hand on my lips or you push me away and you say something flirtatious. You say something like, as much as I want to kiss you, blah, blah, blah. You say something sexy, something flirtatious, something that leads to the future or that escalates, right? Damn. Attraction's all about escalation. Attraction's all about unfolding and moving forward. But as soon as you say in the beginning, I'm not going to kiss you, I'm not going to have sex with you, I'm not going to do this, even if you don't, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't want to have sex with a guy, you don't have to have sex with a guy, obviously. But in the beginning, if you say that right before the date, it's like, damn, really? Like, attractions, again, it's not even about having sex. It's just the way you say things. It's that shield. It's that wall. If when you say those things, the guy's just like, like, I don't, And again, women have this weird notion in their head, well, if he really likes you, he'll still go on a date with you. No, that's not how it works. And again, it has nothing to do with the sex. It's just the attraction part of it. It's just how it unfolds. It's how someone comes off. And again, attraction is not a choice. So you can say that. You can tell yourself that bullshit line saying, oh, if he really liked me, he'll still go on a date with me. Two things on that. One, attraction is not a choice, okay? It's not like he's going to wake up and be like, hey, I like Sally today. I'm going to break Sally's heart today. I'm going to pull away from Sally on purpose today just because I don't like, I'm going to flip that switch and not like her. That's number one. Number two, he just met you. So how is he going to, and again, when I say just met, I'm talking about like months. Not even on the first or second or third day. I'm talking about just months. Like, what makes you think he's going to commit to you 100% or do this or do that when, one, you probably have competition, and two, he doesn't even really know you. He barely knows you, right? So what makes you think he's going to commit when you say something like that? And again, it has nothing to do with the sex. It has nothing to do with the sex. It's just how a guy comes off or a girl comes off, okay? It's your vibe. It's that atmosphere. But anyway, the right way that I think to tell your standards or to put your standards out there isn't to say, hey, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, or I want this, I want that in the beginning. It's when something happens, right? When something's triggered, say I'm about to make a move on you. Let's say you and I are making out and I try to run my hand up your shirt. That's where you grab my hands, you smile, you laugh, and you pull them down, and then you say something quick, sexy, and witty. And then and then you go back to making out if that's what you want. You know, something like that. Let's say you don't even want to make out. Let's just say you just want a first kiss, or a kiss at the end of the date. I make the kiss, and let's say I try to go for more. Then you say, and then you go back to the first kiss. And then you just try to keep it escalating. Things like that. That's how you mark your standards right there. You let him know right there that you're not one of those girls who put out on the first date. However, you still escalate. You still have that sexual chemistry, that sexual tension. See, when you say something in the beginning, there's no sexual tension or chemistry to begin with, and you can't build it. It's impossible to build because you already said in the beginning, hey, I want a relationship. I'm not going to have sex unless I'm in a relationship. I'm not going to this. Which is fine. If that's how you feel, that's fine. But don't say it in the beginning, because you're basically rolling it up in a ball and you're throwing it out, and you can't build that sexual tension after. There's no way to build that sexual tension up again. It's very, very hard. And that's why a girl who says all those things in the beginning, what the hell? Why is no one telling me my hair all fucked up? That's why, when you say that shit in the beginning and you wonder why a guy pulls away after you say it, it's like, well, first off, a lot of those guys are probably fucking pigs. But secondly, even if they aren't, we're talking about the what ifs, right? Like, even if that guy wasn't a pig, let's say he was a decent guy who found you interesting. When you say those kind of things, it's kind of like, because that's not how attraction works. You don't state your claims in the beginning like that and then expect sexual chemistry to happen. That's not how it works. If you don't want to put out on the first date, the first month, the first year, that's fine. Okay, that'd be really hard to find a guy to commit to you who if you don't put out the first year. But if you say something in the beginning like that, it's just going to kill the attraction. It's gonna roll, like I said, it's gonna roll it up in a ball and throw it out, and it's gonna be very hard to find it, unravel it, and start the sexual tension again, because you basically stop the, I don't want to say end goal, but you get what I'm saying. It just kills the attraction. However, you have to, when you only say something when it's triggered. So if I make the move, and I sound like I'm beating a dead horse here, but I think women need to know this, because you keep on coming to me with the same problems. When I make a move on you, and then that's when you say, oh, hey now, come on now, and then you say something quick, something sexy, something witty. And again, you don't kill the attraction. It's still there, because it's like, God, I want to kiss her. God, I want to run my hand over that big old ass, something like that. And when that's still there, then that's a great thing. Even if he didn't run his hand over your ass, that's still a great thing, because it's like, damn, like a guy's gonna be thinking about her, thinking about those kind of things. And again, he's gonna want to see you again because you didn't kill any attraction. Again, it's not even the sexual aspect of it as much as people think. It's just the attraction. It's not a choice. It's not a choice. And then you're gonna see each other again. You're gonna hang out. You're going to see each other again after that. You're going to hang out. And you're going to build rapport. And over time, you're going to get the guy. Women think if you put out the first date that you're out, right? That you're ruined. I have no chance with him. That's not true. Guys always put a girl in a category when he first sees her. Hey, now you can move into categories, right? You can jump in and out of categories. But when I first see a girl, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna bang her and leave her, right? It is and it isn't. I say that because if you're in the friend zone, or if you're in the friend zone, you ain't getting anything. If you're friends with benefits, then he's thinking, she's attractive, she's cute, but I don't want a relationship with her. And he might go about that route. However, if he looks at you and he's like, damn, I actually like this girl. Let me give you a great example. I met this girl at a hookah bar years ago. After my bad break, if you follow me long enough, I had a really, really bad breakup 10, 11 years ago. Broke my effing heart. And, I was out hooking up with all these girls and doing this and just trying to get my mind over it, and just, I don't know. I was in a very bad place. I was hooking up with everyone. I sound like a slut, but you know what I mean? Like, I like the attention of the women, just in general. And it wasn't until I met this girl at a hookah bar who I saw, and I really, really liked her. And, that night I met her, we hooked up, and she ended up being my girlfriend for several years after. And again, even though we hooked up that night, she didn't, there was no pressure. She was fun to hang out with. She was awesome. She demonstrated her value. She didn't act weird after. Like, she let it all out. Okay, she was an awesome chick. And I was the guy who was not in the mindset of a relationship. I was in the mindset of, you know, screw women. I do not want this right now. I do not want to get hurt. But I trusted her. She was awesome. She was easy to hang out with. She was fun to be with. You know, all these things. And it was when it actually, you know, after we hooked up, I was like, damn, I actually, you know, and then the next day I remember I went to work and I was thinking of her the whole time at work. I was like, man, I really like this girl, you know. And again, it all comes down to value. That's what I'm trying to get at. It all comes down to the value. We ended up dating for a long time after that. And again, a guy don't think that hooking up has anything to do. I mean, if you have some value by not putting out, then I wouldn't put out if I was you, right? But if you already have the value with the guy and it's unfolding naturally and you feel like you want to do it, then go ahead and do it. The guy already puts you, I mean, you're already in the category of girlfriend material, okay? That girl I met, like, she was very attractive. She was awesome, fun, easy. Like, I thought to myself, I'd date her. So when we did hook up, it just happened, and she was really cool about it, and so she didn't move out of the category. She was still in the dating category. And, you know, the rest was history. But if you hook up with the guy in the beginning, I'd say beware. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you're done for, that you're ruined, that's over, that you have no chance with him or anything like that. See, women, correlation isn't causation here. A lot of women like to connect the two and say, well, now he doesn't talk to me after I had sex with him. Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it wasn't sex. Maybe it was that you were acting weird after it, right? Or that you're acting clingy. Or maybe it was the fact that he didn't want anything to do with you in the first place, and you think it was the sex, but it wasn't. Maybe he just wanted to hook up and not be with you, to begin with. Because let me tell you something. If a guy really, really, really likes a girl and she's awesome and he wants to date her, sex is not going to be the thing that says, like, think about it. Like, sex is a good thing. Sex is not going to be the thing that says, I'm not going to date this girl anymore. We just had sex and I don't want to date her anymore. Sex is not the thing that pushes the guy away. It's either he didn't want you to begin with, or you did something. Again, I hate to blame it on the woman, but, well, no, I blame it on the guy. It's the guy's fault if he just wanted the hookup and then dipped. That guy's a piece of shit. You can't. I mean, that guy's just a piece of shit. It's the woman's fault if she was in the right category and then she started acting weird after it, right? I know a lot of women who get really clingy and really needy and really insecure and say, do you still like me? Are we still talking? I hope you don't leave after sex. I like what we're doing. Saying all this shit, and it's just like, stop, okay? But I'm going on a ramble here now. We're at 28 minutes in. If I bored you guys, I'm sorry. Again, I just wanted to see if this would work. But yeah, I think it's working. But hey, it is what it is, okay? So I love you, ladies. Take care. We're in this live chat. Peace. Love you. Take care. Bye.